Morning. Okay, so I'm going to welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry, I'm eating and talking. I'm going to a thing. Oh gosh, I'm going to like a networking event that I'm supposed to get glam for, but this is more of a casual one in the morning, and I'm going to a more fancy one in the evening. Now, there's this thing I bought ages ago that I've been wanting to do, which is these lashes. They're meant to stay on for 7 days, right? So I'm gonna try and put them on, but maybe not. One thing is, well, at least I've got some in my hair. One thing I want to say is that thank you for all the love and support as I posted my first project yesterday. I also posted it on LinkedIn, which wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. Because I'd done like a WhatsApp group post, I was able to use what I posted on there to like amend it and make it a bit more, just added more to it for LinkedIn, because it's very important for me to post it on LinkedIn. And I kept changing my mind about if I was going to post on LinkedIn or not, but I did, and I'm glad I did. The best part of posting on LinkedIn is that I didn't feel like I needed to lie down afterwards, which is normally how I feel when I do something that's quite big and outside of my comfort zone. But I've now got so, I don't want to say used to, it's not like I'm used to being uncomfortable. Maybe I am, but it just doesn't have the same impact on me as it used to, which is great. So I'm going to keep doing that. I posted the phase 1 that I posted yesterday of my braids ladies her phase 1 project. I have now got her social media tag, so I can actually tag her on stuff. Now, this thing that I need to do is called Lash Invisilash by Tati Lashes. Okay, that's the remover. I've had it in a bag since summer because I was gonna put it on when I was in Turkey. Then I didn't because my mind was just not interested. And then I was gonna do it last night, but then I was tired. And then now I realized that I actually can't put it on without watching the video again. So instead, what I'm gonna do, because it's now 9, maybe 10 o'clock, 9:50, 10 o'clock. So what I'm gonna do instead, I'm just gonna take my hair down while I talk. One thing I realized since yesterday is that I used to think I wasn't a morning person, but then I've since realized that you can only be a morning person if you kind of hone in on the reason why you're getting up early, or if you have a purpose, something like that. So I've noticed that this is all right. So this hair, right, is not very, you can't put any products in it. And you can't, because it's synthetic. And also you can't tongue it or anything because you have to use something that's 150 degrees maximum to do it. So I thought, okay, do you know what? What I was actually going to do was going to put in the bendy rollers, which my daughter this morning was fascinated about because I only put it on after she went to bed. And so when she saw it this one, she's like, Mommy. I was like, yes? What's that? And then she wanted to take it off. But it's actually fun teaching her all these things, like showing her all these things that I've had to learn as well, because I've got YouTube on playing relaxing music, but then it's not a paid one subscription. So the ads just come up in the middle of the relaxing. I'm just going to switch it off. And pause. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm always trying to teach her stuff so that she learns it at home. For both my kids, I teach them things so that they don't have to go learn it outside. And so yeah, this here was when I tried to tongue the hair using a brush, like a hot brush. I don't know if that's the official word. I tried to use this thing the day I got the hair done, and yeah, I was just like, I didn't even smell burning. I just saw, when I tried to take it off, it was like black stuff stuck to it. I was like, what's that? It was the hair that burnt onto it. So I had to cut it off. Thankfully, I did it at the back, and I cut it off, and that's what's left. So I'm just trying to take it off in the same way that I put it on. I started from the back and I worked to the front. So yeah, what was I saying? The getting up early now is easier for me because I know my purpose, and I've sort of removed, or rather parked everything, or removed everything that's standing in my way, including myself, including any limiting beliefs I have about myself. And yeah, I'm just not really taking prisoners anymore, so to speak. I need to spray my scalp, but my thingy is downstairs. Okay, so this is not too bad actually. So yeah, now I'm enjoying getting up in the morning. Like, it doesn't even feel like I'm a morning person. And you think that it'll be even more difficult because of the weather, because most people get SAD, the whatever they like, the whole winter thing. But I don't. I'm sure I used to get it, but not anymore. Actually, autumn and winter are my favorite seasons, especially autumn. So I don't mind. I haven't dug out my winter boots yet, so I'm still wearing trainers and stuff with socks and whatever. So, but yeah. So now I get up. I actually get dressed as well. Like, I shower, I do my skincare, and I'm ready. And all I'm going to do is to drop off my son or my daughter at nursery. So it's quite nice. I wish this was more curly. Anyway, what I'm going to do is, what I should have done actually as I was taking it down was I should have put hairspray last night, but it was hard enough to sleep with Joe. So yeah, I'm now a morning person, or I'm becoming a morning person. I know there's a lot of stuff that's changing within me. I am taking I'm taking more accountability for my own decisions. And you know how sometimes you have to just get to the realization that only you can change your situation. Because sometimes you do it's almost like you're waiting for permission from somebody, or you're waiting for validation from somebody to do something. But in church on Sunday, the sermon, which was, I think, the last one in a series of, okay, I don't remember what the series was about, but the one on Sunday was about your identity and kind of reclaiming your identity in God and who He has created you to be and all that stuff. And most of the stuff they talked about, that Pastor Dave talked about, I don't even know if it's a pastor, it must be, was are things that I have on my wall. This is annoying me now because it's the only one that is not doing what it needs to do. So I'm going to put this back on. Actually, I'll put a smaller one. And then I'll take it off when I get to the event. So I'm looking at my wall because I have my affirmations there. And the one that he talked about most is that you are created. That's Genesis 1:31. And then the other one was that you are enough, which is in Corinthians. And then never alone. So for the majority of my life, I've always felt alone. Even when you're surrounded with people or whatever. And one of my friends, Leanne, she said something to me a while ago. She said, you're born alone and you have to do everything on your own. And I was thinking, what's she talking about? Because at the time, what we were discussing, I didn't really understand. It didn't fit into what we were discussing at the time. And so I was like, okay. But I've kind of held on to that a little bit since. And yeah, that's basically it. I am reclaiming my identity, and I am sorry that this episode is me just not saying much, but hopefully I've said something to somebody. I have no idea how this looks at the back, but now I need to put some sort of face on so I don't look too much like I've just been rescued. The facial oil is going really well. I'm really enjoying using it, and it's making my face feel supple and all the things it's supposed to feel. So I'm going to put some face on, very basic face. I've got a more fancier networking thing in the evening. I have no idea what I'm going to wear, but I definitely need to do this lashes. Is this also not... I need to also put this back. Where are the tiny ones? I feel like I've lost some of these bendy rollers, but I haven't seen any lying around the house. I feel like some may have come off in the middle of the night. Right, sorry this episode is not saying much, but I guess what I'm trying to say is believe in yourself, and once you feel the fear and do it anyway, it kind of sort of is a lot less scary. That's what I found. And yeah, I think when I come back today, I'm going to put the rollers back in, and I'm going to put hairspray, and then I'm going to do some other stuff. I need to watch some videos to remember how to do things because it's been a while, but I'm trying to bring glam back into my life in some sort of form. This is a primer, and I'm actually trying to use up as much of the makeup I've got open already so that I can actually try all the new stuff that I bought ages ago that are just sitting here. So on that note, have a wonderful day, and I'll try and film something else later. I want to do the thing I used to do at the start of this journey of the 90 days where I actually film beforehand, so I was planning to post. So I'll try and do 2 a day so I can then post 1 each day, because I'm trying to finish the 90 days so that I can complete that and then move on to other things. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for your prayers, your support, your words of encouragement. I appreciate all of it. All of it, honestly. And yeah, here's to new beginnings, stronger relationships, especially with God and with self. All right. Take care. Bye.